Welcome to this instructional video on how to paint miniature figures. For miniature painting, I use acrylic paint, which is very efficient as far as techniques. It's just a straight paint, or it can be watered down and almost made into a wash. For this video, I'm going to be painting a Catachan soldier. He was spray painted green, and so that's the base from which I'm starting from. And I'm going to take you through base coating, detail, finishing touches, and a few extra little bits at the end there. I hope you enjoy it. Catachan are specifically trained jungle specialists. With base coating a miniature, it's very important. One, know what you want each part to be as far as color. Two, don't be afraid to make a mistake. And three, touch-up is always something you can do later. Just focus in on the basic broad strokes. Detail painting is probably one of the harder parts of miniature painting. Anyone who's ever painted a miniature will tell you that, and it's very, very true. The gist of it is, as before with base coating, get the color on there. A lot to be said about brush technique and how you hold the brush and use the brush. Also, how much paint you have on the brush, which is a subject in and of itself. Too much paint trying to do too small an area, you're going to have trouble. Also, how much water you have mixed in with the paint will be a factor as well. It just takes a little bit of practice, patience, and perseverance. Also, breaks are helpful. One thing I enjoy about painting models, assembling, presenting them, is the chance to kind of give them their own unique quality or character. Painting the metal of the rifle he's holding almost in a green wash. Recall from previous, I did say they are specialists in jungle warfare. Principle would be, don't give away your position, and don't have anything shiny that can One thing I haven't mentioned up till now is brush type and brush size, and basically design. Bigger brushes are for putting out, of course, more paint on a given model. Some models, when using a wash of a paint, which is basically a very diluted paint, you would tend to use a bigger brush. In this clip, currently, I am using a wider brush to put down a wash of a darker color on the soldier's fatigues, on his boot skin, and onto his weapon, just to show he's been in the field. And, in this series, you'll see a couple times I'm using detail brushes, especially on things like the bandana, the eyebrows. I will use a detail brush with just a little bit of paint. No paint, but just gently put it on there, and you can see the character of the paint itself, the liquid, that the way it's still very much a dilution of paint and water together. The last part of the video, it's kind of not necessarily always clear as what I'm doing. Basically, basing the model. That's where I'm putting down a flock, which in this case is kind of like a dark gravel on the base of the model, and then on top of that I put down a little bit of green to kind of simulate undergrowth, and then there's a few clips of me painting on two different plants. that kind of have a look that they would be in like a rainforest. One looks kind of like a Venus flytrap. And altogether, once you look at the final pictures I took at the end, I think that goes along. The soldier is definitely, moving through and fighting through a jungle.